If a man has disappointed you or irritated you, I am going to give you the life hack. When I'm disappointed by a man, or, he kind of flopped. He kind of flopped. They have a tendency to flop, okay? That's their thing. They love doing it. They love it. And what I have told myself, okay, sometimes you have to rewire your brain. And this is what happens now, okay? When a man disappoints me or lets me down, I don't get upset anymore. I don't get mad. Like, that's on him. He wanted to do it. That's his vibe. That's his prerogative. Like, go off, queen. I love that for you. You're a bitch. But I'm not going to harbor any negativity towards that man. And I'm going to tell you why. Because like attracts like, okay? And I don't want that for me. So now all that happens is I just get hotter. I just get fucking hotter, okay? So when I'm disappointed by a guy, I'm like, the glow up, I'm gonna get 10 times hotter this week. I love this. This is amazing. This is not bad. This is not a negative, okay? You have to reframe that shit in your head, okay? Take five, regroup, do what you gotta do. Feel the feelings, but like, I'm sorry, who doesn't want to be hot and sexy? Like, that's literally my only vibe in life. Like, I just want to be hot and sexy and have fun. Especially if I know that I kept it 100. I was honest. I was cool. I was chill. I didn't do anything. I don't know what the fuck he's on. Obviously, some neck shit. I'm not getting beg you to stay, beg you to choose me, beg you to pick, baby. I already won. This shit is rigged in my favor. I can't lose. I literally can't lose. When you're hot and sexy and an angel in human form, like, you cannot lose. You just simply cannot lose, okay? So this is the mindset that you need to have, and like, brainwash yourself a little bit too. Like, that's okay. Brainwash yourself. I don't give a fuck. Any of the haters want to come on this video and fucking tell me that I'm cocky. No, bitch. I'm fucking confident. There's a fucking difference. Okay?
The goal shouldn't be, I'm going to make you feel horrible because you hurt me. Because I do feel like, one, that doesn't really do you any good. And two, it could push him into this guilt feeling that then only opens the door to this kind of nonsense. Instead, it should just be, you know what? Hey, it happened, but I recognize now that we're not right for each other. I reckon, like, we can end this without this being about, I'm going to guilt you and I'm going to make... Because again, that doesn't achieve anything, and it doesn't really give you any peace, all right? So I always want it to be about you, and I feel the need to also say this. This is why forgiveness is so important.
If a man hurts you and you cannot even fathom or understand why he did what he did, this is a friendly reminder. What's up? I'm Eli. I'm a personal development coach. I work with women to better understand men and themselves to make life and dating so much easier. So again, he hurt you and you're like, how could he do this? I can't even fathom it. It doesn't make any sense to me. I would never do these things. I would never take that action. I would never hurt a person this way. I would never. Let that be your confirmation right there. Because why you're struggling is that you're using your logic and frame of thinking into an action that you would do or not do. But in actuality, they're a whole other person with a whole other set of capacity to not only how to deal with themselves, but also you. They have been through other hurts. They've been through other traumas. They've been through other childhood whatevers. And especially if you're a man, lack of emotional stability and practice in how to regulate oneself in general. And you need to see it as such. You need to see it as they are on their own wave of determining some sort of function. If someone came and burnt your house down, you're not wondering, oh my God, why would they burn my house down? Did I deserve this? Is it because my house sucks? No, you're going to think they're freaking nuts because they burnt your house down, and you would never do that. So see his disrespectful action as the same. In no world do you go to a restaurant and the waiter throws food in your face and you think, what did I do? There's no world where you go on a Uber and he starts driving like crazy and you blame him. Like, oh, and you blame yourself of what did I do wrong in order to deserve this? No, this is a man that's showing me his lack of capacity and his lack of anything, and I don't deserve to be here. And guess what? He's going to get a 1-star review when it comes to love and dating relationship Yelp review. And even you're not even supposed to necessarily understand him in his entirety of his human existence, But there is at least a world of being considerate of you and your feelings and what he puts you through and everything in between. There's at least a world where he could hold your hand and say, hey, I'm so sorry this happened. Let me learn to love you and let me learn to heal with you so we could get to a point of contention and closeness. But he didn't. He didn't even do that. So what the hell are we even doing here? If you don't understand him, I don't understand him, and Jesus don't understand him, he's not our person.
This is 3 ways to literally humble any guy who hurts you. A lot of ladies, man, they do not know how to correctly humble a guy. And if you humble a guy, he will come back. So let me put you on. Trust. The first thing, this is low-key toxic. This is what worked on me one time, bro. No reaction. No reaction. Say this dude got up and cheated, right? Just be like, oh, okay, well, it was nice being with you. He's going to be like, dang, I didn't mean that much to her. Like, there's no way. Shorty just moved on, picked up her bags, and walked out. And not just that, it's going to raise the respect. He's going to want you more because he's going to be like, okay, she's not chasing, but she also is not mad. Like, it's going to make him think like there was another guy the whole time and that you didn't even really care. The second thing, don't keep indulging in what this dude is still doing. After the breakup, why are you still watching him? Like, the most bumming stuff, I'm sorry, I'm going to keep it a buck. The most bumming stuff you can do as a lady is still be obsessed with the guy after he hurt you, bro. Like, and you may think we don't know, but we know. Especially now. And you can also tell who's stalking you too. That's why I told you, ladies, click the share, scroll over, hit Instagram direct. It pops up like a list of people. But the thing is, if you're stalking his, you're going to be in his. Don't do it. Don't. Just leave it alone. Like, ladies, put your energy into something else. You literally have summer coming up. You could be going to Dubai, driving your dream cars. There's so much more to life than him, bro. And I know you're probably thinking, well, you need money to do that. I'll literally put y'all on how to get money too. Hey, peep this first. But literally, look, this is just one of my stores in the past couple of months. That's almost 500K. I'm literally in my penthouse garage. My other car's over there. I got another car as well. Ladies, if you want to learn, DM me the word ecom on IG. And I'm actually trying to help y'all out. This isn't no random course. I have a bunch of ladies in my group on the road to literally making like 5K just this month, and they barely even started. Just go to my IG, DM me the word ECOM. You're welcome, bud. The third thing, man. The third one is to use the white collar method. This kind of makes a guy jealous too, so watch it, because he might, especially if there's a crazy dude. Just be careful. But like I said, instead of worrying about this dude, ladies, stop worrying about him and put your energy into something else. You should be putting your energy into God and getting your bag up. If you want to learn, I will literally put you on what I do. Go to my IG, DM me the word ecom. Or if you don't have IG, I have a free training in my bio as well. If you're not taking this opportunity, it's on you, ladies. I'm genuinely trying to help y'all out because y'all been asking me to help you, so I got you.
Whenever a guy does me dirty, I never seek revenge. I always pull back my energy and let my absence speak louder than my presence. And here's why, in the long run, that's ultimately a bigger hit to his ego than you actually seeking revenge. When a guy does you dirty on some level, he's telling you with his actions that he doesn't really care whether you're in his life or not. And so when you seek revenge, you're actually just feeding this guy's ego that he was so important to you that you're going to do all these things to get back at him, that his presence had such an effect on you. But let me state plainly, women are always the prize. Any man who sees himself as a prize is a low tier man. That's why all these men who comment on my videos all the time like, oh, I love when women chase me. Like, the call is coming from inside the house on this one. I'm talking about high tier men, so thank you for self-identifying. But when a man does you dirty and you pull back your energy and you don't even bother to waste the breath in your lungs to explain yourself to him or explain to a grown-ass man why what he did was wrong, he's going to be like, oh shit, she didn't actually care about me as much as I thought she did. And it's a hit to his ego in the long run. And I'm telling you guys, I know the temptation to like send paragraphs on paragraphs on paragraphs. It is falling on deaf ears. If this guy has already proven to you that he doesn't really care whether you're in his life or not, these paragraphs are not going to change anything. You are just making yourself look foolish. And I'm saying that from a place of love because I have been there when I was younger. Like, I really do get it. But ultimately, if your goal is to take back the power from a man who disempowered you, the best thing you can do is let your absence speak louder than anything you could ever say. Because let me be clear, good-hearted people are hard to find. And a lot of times good-hearted people surround themselves with other good-hearted people. And then they forget that they're actually an emerald and an entire sea of coal. But if you are a good-hearted person, then it is this guy's loss. Maybe he doesn't see it right now because he's a fuckboy. But one day when he grows up to be a big man, he will see how badly he fumbled the bag. But he won't see it if you sit around and play his fuckboy games, feed his ego with your attention, which is the most expensive thing you have as a woman. He's not going to see your value then. I implore you to heed this advice. This has happened so many times in my life. When I was 16, I was obsessed with this guy who was 2 years older than me. I was so head over heels into him. And he was like seeing me for a little while. And then he ultimately was seeing this other girl. Instead of chasing him, instead of begging him to love me, I pulled back my energy and I let my accent speak louder than my words. Guess what? This guy got married 10 years later. 10 years later, they got divorced. And guess who's in my DMs? Guess who got the final laugh? Sure as I know my own name, I know men always come back. They always come back. The best thing you can do is walk away with your head held high and just know that. Know that even though it feels like you lost, you never lose a fuckboy. You always win when you cut that tie. There is no winning with a fuckboy. There's just no winning. The universe just did you a giant, giant favor, because it cleared out the dead space and it made room for a top tier man to come into your life who's going to treat you well and who's going to text you back, who's not going to play all these silly, silly games of like hot and cold. Love yourself more than the idea of this random fuckboy loving you. Because a lot of times it's just the idea of him loving you back. You just want to feel like you're good enough. You want to feel chosen. Beat him at his own game. Choose yourself. Love yourself. Because once you come out of the head fog that is associated with fuckboys, when you stop feeling the need to prove yourself, you see him for what he really is, which is like a guy who lives on a mattress without a bed spring.